Hi guys, it's me KB. Welcome to the final episode of the Australian Evo RTG. This one hasn't been uploaded in a while. It kind of ran its course because we started the futties RTG and the Australian Evo RTG could only go so far. It relied heavily on evolutions throughout the year. Sometimes we got lucky, sometimes we didn't, sometimes we got really unlucky, which sucked. But we're just going through the rest of the things that happen on this account, as you're seeing right now as I'm talking about it. A lot of evos being completed, putting the team up to the absolute highest that it can go. Some evolutions still are in progress, but with FC25 now, as of this video, going up 4 days away for early access, it's time to stop this one. I was going to stop it earlier, but I left the door open to come back to it. But the motivation to finish it wasn't there. FC25 being right around the corner, it's exciting for the new game, and you're looking forward to that, and we're getting keen for that. As well as the futties RTG, that one is just done. There'll be a small video that goes up about it, and it's going to be pretty much the same as this one. That series is finished. There will be no gameplay with it. Again, like it's FC25, right? It's right here, right now. So that's what people are focused on. That's what you want to see, and that's what you're going to get. Now, talking about FC25, what is going to happen will be addressed. I'll put up a shorts, and it'll be basically the rules of the series, and that's how we're going to be going forward. There will be 2 RTGs. I'll briefly touch on it now. There will be two that we're going to be doing starting off. One will be, again, the Australian Evo RTG, with evolutions this year being a bit less restrictive, to say, someone up that way. We should be able to have more fun with the cards. We still don't know if we're going to get goalkeeper evolutions. We do know that there is 2 more playstyles being added, and goalkeepers do have playstyle pluses now. But whether there is evolutions for goalkeepers, we're still unclear on. We still don't know that. We probably won't know that until the game is out. But I think it could go 2 ways this year with evolutions. It can be the same formula as FC24 for us: Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. Sometimes Saturday, Sunday, Mondays, and sometimes Saturday, Sundays, and Wednesdays. One time I think it was a Tuesday release. But do I think they need to keep evolutions released on specific days? No, I don't think so. I think with the less restrictions, I think that they should just bring them out whenever. Like, for example, there's some going around on Twitter right now that say, and EA have touched on this as well, that the restrictions, basically any player can really fit into an evolution. I think the only one that is going to stop is going to be rating. I think that's the only kind of firm requirement, is rating and possibly position. But the individual attributes, so like max shooting, max pace, max defending, example, etc., etc., it doesn't matter as far as I understand it. But each evolution does have a max capacity on what the upgrade will allow. So say, for example, a card goes into an evolution and the requirement is, say, minimum 84 shooting. And the upgrade gives 3 shooting. So the max shooting that you can get is 87. If you have a card that has, say, 86 shooting, then you can put it into that evolution, but it will only get 1 shooting to go to 87, because 87 is the max that it will allow, and those 2 extra attributes will go to another stat, if that makes sense. So they could go to physical or defending, just for example. It does seem that they're going to be a lot less restrictive, which is good to see. But in another way, the reason that we were I won't say all the time, but most of the time being able to keep up with the power curve while we just strictly use the Oz Evo squad, of course, without the goalkeeper. We use Paddock Check most of the year. It is because, like, some of those evolutions just boosted the absolute hell out of our cards. Like, that is what kept us afloat. I will say, rather than not. Like one of our cards, Piscopo, who at the start of the year I thought, oh, this guy's going to be insane. He's finished the series as an 87. As an 87, which is ridiculous. He fit into, I think, 3 evolutions that we managed to put him on. We could have put him into another one. We didn't. So he could have potentially gone to a 91. But finishing the year on an 87 is just... It shows that evolutions are awesome, right? And it's a good way to go about it. And it's the right thing to do about it. But they handled it poorly. And it is the first year. So, you know, you have to give them a bit of a slack for that. But they did handle it poorly. And hopefully going forward, in FC25, they handle it better. And it does seem like it will be handled better. So that is what this series will continue into. It will continue into FC25. Hopefully there will be goalkeeper evolutions because there is no Mark Schwarzer coming, unfortunately, this year as a hero. Hopefully, maybe FC26. Big Mark will be in the game, but as of right now, he's not. So goalkeeper options in the Australian selective squad, not that great. They're not looking very positive. So hopefully evolutions are allowed and we will stick with the full Australian nationality in the team. But if not, if it's the same as FC24 and goalkeepers aren't eligible, we will just choose any goalkeeper that gets chem to start with, and then we will move on to probably a hero or an icon for the rest of the year, similar to FC25. Repeating the same RTG, though, could get, lack of a better term, boring or repetitive, right? So the uploads aren't going to be as frequent. Uploads for the Oz Evo RTG, as I mentioned, I will upload a shorts and it will just be simplified for both the series. I'm about to be talking about the second one after this. But for the Oz Evo RTG, it will be uploaded once a week. That will be the routine going forward. Most likely, it will be in the middle of the week on a Wednesday. I do believe if the evolutions do stick to the par and have the same course as FC24, being that the Saturday, Sunday, Monday release, and potentially if there's a Wednesday release, videos going up on the Wednesday will be able to cover all the upgrades, as they are heavily what we are relying on to upgrade the squad. Based on the FC24, there was a lot of missing players in the Team of the Weeks. We got 3 throughout the year, and 2 coming in the first 5 weeks of the year, the third being the last week of Team of the Week available. So there was a lot of times where a few players missed out, scoring 4 goals. Fornaroli missed out twice, scoring 4 goals in 2 separate games, which is mad that he was excluded both those times. Aaron Kunda, I do believe, scored 2 goals and assist in 1 game, and he was on fire, and he was excluded as well. Speaking of Aaron Kunda, he looks absolutely mental. He's a silver card, but he has Quick Step Plus, and he's honestly got good stats for a low-rated silver. So him as an evolution could be absolutely mental going forward. But that RTG will be uploaded once a week. I just feel if we stick to that formula that we did in FC24, it's going to die very quickly. It'll be a shame because I do enjoy playing with only the Aussie players. But we'll see how evolutions go this year. There's potential for it to be even better. But with the max restrictions, and you know, I already know, as you guys probably do, there is an evolution coming for the pre-order bonus, which we are part of. 82 minimum, rated striker. And the leaks have already provided what the boost they get. And they're not big. And obviously Australia do not have a striker that is near that rating. We've got Sam Kerr that's over it. And then the next highest rated striker, I believe, is like a 73, 72 maybe. So the upgrade for that is not going to be worth it. But we won't have a choice to do it or not. So that will be who we do it with. You know, we'll have to find who fits and what to do it like that. Simple as that. On to the second RTG that is going to be on the channel. One that I'm looking forward to, as one of my favorite players has returned to the game. I wish it was as an icon. Could have been argued for a good case that he could have been an icon. Let me know in the comments if you think he should be an icon or if it's suitable that he is a hero. I'm on the fence. I can see it. He could have got an icon very easily under there. Like, yeah, that is deserved. Some of the icons existing right now, he's just had a better career than. And that is, of course, none other than Eden Hazard. So Eden Hazard is getting a hero card. in FC25, which I am so happy about because he is honestly one of my favourite players ever. And he is just so good as a Chelsea fan. Just so many good memories watching him just tear up defence after defence after defence. He was an insane player. He was going to go down as one of the best players to ever play for Chelsea, one of the best players to ever play in the Premier League, and probably, arguably against De Bruyne, the best Belgian to ever play as well. But that is going to be the other RTG. Right now, I'm just finding out the specifics. As of right now, it is not a Chelsea-only RTG. I think what we're going to do is, it's going to be a Hazard-based RTG. So, before the game comes out, basically in pre-release, I'm going to just open packs, get enough coins, and buy Hazard. And he will be in the squad every single game. Eden Hazard will be in the squad every single game. And that's going to be basically the basis of it. It will be, as of right now, like I said, it's not going to be a Chelsea RTG, but it will be a Hazard, definitely RTG. It could turn into a Chelsea RTG. It could turn into a Hazard RTG with evolutions only being allowed to use on Chelsea cards. That I haven't decided yet, but I will decide. Whether that is the case or not will be figured out tomorrow. So this video will be going up most likely with 3 days to go to full release. There won't be another full-length video on the channel until FC25 is out. As I did touch on, there will be a shorts going up that is just a quick summary of what I've said here. But yeah, 2 RTGs coming. One, the Oz Evo RTG returning for FC25 once a week. And the Chelsea/Eden Hazard RTG, which we haven't decided yet fully, is going to be twice a week. And that is most likely going to be on Mondays and Fridays. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday is probably going to be the upload schedule going forward for this year, for right now. The Monday up videos will be obviously covering most likely our weekend league, how we went, you know, whether we won, whether we didn't, whether we got the 11 wins, whether we didn't, and obviously 11 wins is what we're going to be aiming for every week as a minimum. We hit 14 once with the Oz Evo RTG in FC24, and I do believe that if I was playing with a normal team, that we would have got 14 wins more than once, but we didn't. So 14 wins once with the full Australian squad, like, you know, it's a W, right? We've got to take it as a win. 100% we take it as a win. But I'm very excited for FC25. I'm keen to see what they've done with it. Rush is an interesting aspect as well. That could be very fun to play with and see what EA have done with it. See what they've done with the game modes going forward. They've really much in need of a new game mode. Draft is just plain old boring, man. It's the same thing for years. And Rush could be the answer to add a little bit more fun into the game, right? And that's what's missing most of the time, is the fun. So we'll see going forward, but I will probably going to do a live stream maybe of just opening packs, right? Just getting coins to buy Hazard. Anything that we do pack in that stream is going to be sold. It's not going to be part of the series. I could pack Ronaldo. I could pack like R9 Ronaldo. I could pack Pele. I could pack Ronaldinho, and they're getting sold to buy Hazard. Simple as that. And whatever excess coins we have left over, we will just liquidate and get rid of. So, if we do pack Pele, how unlikely it could be, but if we sell him for 5 mil, we buy Eden Hazard. I'm expecting Hazard to be a bit starting off, so he could be like around 1 million coins. Whatever he is, we will buy. Doesn't matter. We're not going to be selling him until... Even then, I think when the new version, because it's a hero card, right? So every version of Hazard that comes out, our aim is to get him. We probably won't sell the previous versions. We'll probably keep in the club, and we can go back at the end of the FC25 cycle and have a look how Hazard performed over all the games combined. Goals, assists, and games played as well. Play roles is a new thing coming, so that should be interesting. We'll tackle that when it's here. We'll figure all that out, what's going to be the best for our players going forward. I do think roles is going to be introduced as an upgrade for evolutions as well. I think we probably won't be seeing as many play styles being offered as upgrades to evolutions, but roles will probably take the place of some play styles as well. I think they're going to be treating play styles way more valuably this year, because I think especially towards the end, of FC24, playstyles were just like 10 plus, 12 plus, or minimum on a player was like to be expected, right? And now, like, you look at the database, some players like Bukayo Saka, I think he's got 2 base, or 3 base. Lautaro Martinez, 89 rated striker, I think he has 3. So I do think they are going back to valuing playstyles immensely. And I do think roles is going to kind of take over a little bit in terms of the upgrades from evolutions especially. So we will see. But that is basically the gist of it. That is it. I am, again, very excited to start, again, FC25. As I said, look out if there is a live stream coming. It probably will be on the day of release. Day of early release, probably the 20th. I think that's when the daily early release is. And we will just be opening packs. I think 7.5k packs are the only ones available. So it's going to be a long haul. But getting enough coins to buy Eden Hazard is the goal. And once that is done, all other coins will be liquidated and we will start a brand new RTG. Before we bid our final goodbyes to the RTG, guys, we did obviously do 2 RTGs this year. One was a small one, and this is how it finished. It was the mini futties only RTG. This is what we finished up with. We managed to complete the full 99 rated squad. I did have a video finishing it live, recorded and everything, ready to publish, and I got too busy. I didn't have enough time to do it. And by the time that I was come around to it, it's 4 days away from FC25, so there was no point doing the full weekend league run with it. But it's done. But we finished the full 99 rated squad. Every single one of these cards is pack pulled, which is insane. Absolutely insane to say. Messi, there's a few SBCs. So Pele, Ronaldo, and Messi are completed SBCs, as are Mia Hamm. Sam Kerr, Sawa, Lam, Bastoni, Delit was an SBC. Fodderham was an SBC. But yeah, Kerr, Sawa, Lam, Bastoni. Frimpong we managed to pack, and he was like 2 mil at one stage when we got him, which is insane. Bellingham packed, Messi SBC, James was SBC, I do believe. He was our 99 Evo that we completed to finish off the 99 rated squad requirement. R9 Ronaldo packed, Cruyff packed, Zidane packed, Drogba packed, Mbappe packed. This isn't the SBC one, we packed Mbappe before he came out SBC. Dalglish packed. What else is in the club? Well, I'll show you real quick. 98 Lo Celso, 98 Olmo, 98 Renard, 98 Best. Packed these 2, Renard and Best, so many times. Lucy Bronze, Musiala, Rolfo, Pacho as well in there. The other Bellingham we packed, De Bruyne we packed, Ribery we packed twice, Modric SBC, João Felix, Marcos Llorente and Blanc, as well as Di Natale packed a few times. Company only packed twice, Rafinha packed a few times. We also got Vinny J, 97, Grimaldo 97, Goretzka 97, Lewandowski 97, 96 Kante, and then the regular customers, 96s, 95s, and then into the fodder left in the club. And there's not a lot left in the club, as you see. You go straight into the special cards, and that is it really, guys. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you the end of this one. Finishing the 99 rated squad, which is pretty cool. I was, as I said, supposed to do a weekend league run with it, but as I said, by the time it came around to it, I didn't have time, and it was too late. FC25 is 5 days away. So that's the Futties RTG, the end of just you looking at finished. Let's go see how the Oz Evo RTG finished up. And guys, the Oz Evo squad, let me tell you, this was fun, but challenging and rewarding, I would say, playing with this team. This is how we finished up. Gariccio and Cooney Cross were current evolutions that were getting completed. But just we ran out of time. There's no point in me completing it. The game's nearly done. It is nearly done. It is literally 4 days away to FC25. So we've had a lot of fun. But I will put the squad back to how it actually lines up. And that is Devlin there, and Bacchus on the left. So, Petacek Futties card, 183 games. I will show you, obviously, the other card that we used. Obviously, it was Petacek again. And it was his Team of the Year card. We actually managed to pack this. We packed this during Team of the Year. Got over 1,000 goals with him. We managed to get 1 assist. So that was great. Allison, we packed, we never played with him. A lot of cards, obviously, on this pack, on this account, we barely played with. We did 3 games with All Black. I think there was a squad battle requirement. 3 games with Don Ruma, I do believe, was the same, as well as Cobell. Yeah, but other than that, guys, like we really didn't use a lot of cards this year, in favor of using the Australian Evo. But do I regret it? No. I love playing with these cards. 1,700 games. Our most capped player is Ellie Carpenter. 42 goals and 271 assists for her. 5-star, 4-star, finishes with some great stats. Vision a bit low, it does impact sometimes, but other than that, very unnoticeable. Moving to the centre-back pairing, Alessandro Shikati, who FC25 has a big upgrade that I'm excited to use. 1,200 games for him, 14 goals and 36 assists. He has very good stats in his physical and defending. Passing, dribbling a bit low, pace is very good. His playstyles were what were letting him down for a long time. But once he managed to get Ping Pass and Bruiser Plus, it definitely helped. The lack of Anticipate is noticeable sometimes, but not enough. Triantis is a card that has only just recently been added into the fold. 185 games, 21 goals, 22 assists. A lot of them are in squad battles, getting requirements done for his evolutions. He looks like a monster, and let me tell you, he is a monster. He's an absolute beast in-game. Very tall as well, so Aerial Plus on him is very helpful. Galloway as well, 216 games only. Again, another card that has become relevant during footies, as you are seeing a pattern here. Insanely balanced across the board and very good play styles. Now, Kai Chuan is a card that has been with us pretty much from the start. 1,400 games. He was our starting centre-back for a lot of those games. Over 1,000 of those games. Probably more. Probably 1,200 of those games. He was our centre-back. He's only just moved into midfield since Triantis got the upgrade. So 185 games minus that. So basically, nearly just under 1,200 games, he has been our most... under 1,300 games, my pardon, has been our most capped player, really, overall, consecutively. As Ellie Carpenter was out of the squad for a few games. He can play centre-back and centre-mid. Next year's centre-back is his default position. And he's gained right-back, I do believe, or left-back. So it'll be interesting if we do use him again next year. 399 stats, passing, dribbling, physical, insane playstyles. This card, even when he was a centre-back, he was good. He was great. He was very, very, very good card to use. And moving him into midfield, insane. Absolutely insane. Cameron Devlin, as you see, only 47 games. He's the newest addition. Obviously went into the Evo that was the Road to FC25 Evo, do you believe that one is? Good playstyles. Nothing really more to say about that. Didn't get a whole lot of games out of him. Keanu Bacchus, 505 games for him. He went into the Team of the Season evolution that gave 25 rating, I do believe, and then into a recently completed footies as well. He was a good card. He only just got a big increase on shooting. But other than that, before, he was insane playmaker, insane running box-to-box midfielder. And as I said, only recently he has found his scoring boots as well, getting 89 goals, 105 assists in 505 games. Moving on to potentially my favourite card. And as of right now, he's not in the FC25 database, which sucks. He renewed his contract with MacArthur, but it was late, as well as Hayley Rasso. She's not in there, which is disappointing. So hopefully they'll get added, because I do wish to use his cards again, because, let me tell you, De Silva, he is a monster. 1,300 games he racked up, 452 goals and 624 assists. 5-star, 5-star, explosive, can play anywhere in the centre of the park. He's just, this card, man, he's so good. He reminds me, except for the pace, like the passing and dribbling, he reminds me of Iniesta. He's just crazy agile, so good on the ball, so good at passing. He only has a 2 passing player size, but let me tell you, his passing is mental. His shooting is insane, gaining the finesse shot plus, taking him to a 99 rated card. Arguably, it's probably my favourite card all year. Dimitri Petratros, rivaling De Silva for my favourite card of the year. 1,300 games, 1,400 goals, 900 assists. Obviously, squad battles were used again, so there's a bit of inflation to be accounted for. But that 99 shooting combined with the finesse shot plus, mate, different gravy. Just different gravy. He is so good. He was so much fun to use. Jamie McLaren was our go-to guy for so long. And then he got pushed out of the squad, and it was a shame because he was so much fun to use. He scored goals for fun. 1,600 goals and 800 assists and 1,100 games, man. He was so good. He ended up finishing with all 5 shooting playstyles, 3 of them being pluses. Oh, I'm so disappointed that he's got such a bad downgrade for FC25. But they do have a hyperlink with McLaren and Petrotos next year, so we'll see. Timmy Cahill being a late SBC. Unfortunately, he was the only special card he got all year. Only 24 games with him. When I used him, he was great. Boyle, again, another card that suffered from the restriction caps in evolutions. He could have been special. Didn't use him a whole lot, but blistering pace, he has that. Harry Kuehl is a card that I thought I would have used more. And he was very good. He is very good. Quick Step Plus and Rapid Plus together is insanely overpowered when you use it right. And then I tell you, Kuehl has the juice to go for days. He is so good. The only reason he didn't play more is because he's not better than De Silva. I'll put it like that. Caitlin Ford is a card we use multiple times throughout the year, but different versions. Back when the Evo deleting glitch wasn't around, we did have a previous version of her. You can go back and have a look in the videos. She's got a fair few games. She's a fun card to use. The lack of playstyles on her does hurt, though, unfortunately. Mary Fowler, 2 versions. The first version you're seeing now, 5-star, 5-star, 400 goals, 300 assists, and 600 games. Insane card, this one. No passing playstyles hurts her as she was playing as Cam. Power Shot Plus, though, makes up for it. Technical Plus, very good. McGree got nearly 300 games for us. 3-star, 3-star hurt him, but he was a good super sub, pretty much. But he's a good card. I did enjoy it when he came onto the field. Cooney Cross, if we completed this Evo, she would have got Finesse Shot Plus, went to 99 rated, and arguably she would have been absolutely mental, even more so than she already is. Over 100 goals and assists of her, 378 games. She's good. Quick Step Plus with her helps 100%, with Relentless as well backing up. She was good. Garuccio was a card that suffered from limited playstyles, but honestly, he was solid. And you see that as he got 600 games for us. He was holding down left back for all through Team of the Season for us. He was good. I'll give him that. He was a good card. Sam Kerr, her Team of the Year was used, and now we moved on to Team of the Season moments. Unfortunately, we didn't get her futties card on this account. But 300 games, 400 goals, 250 assists. We did buy her for 500k at the time. That was a bargain. Yeah, she was a good card. Sam Kerr's a good card. Looking forward next year with Finesse Shot Plus on her instead of Power Header Plus. Thank God for that. Jackson Irvine is a card that I wanted to use so much more than I did, and I wanted to love him so much more than I did. But he's a card, another card that suffered from restrictions and evos. He was so close to being amazing. Like, you just read 4 stats, 80, 84, 84, 83. It's not good enough. It's not good enough in January. Even less so in like September, like August. He's so close to being so good, and it just got screwed over by restrictions. It sucked. I am interested in using him next year, though. I will say that. John Idale, barely used. He was used for the 500k Evo, but it was the free version. Yeah, like, you know, nothing really to say about him. 19 games. Burgess is another one. He's solid. I liked him when we used him, but he only made a fair few sub appearances. We're going to the club to look at the rest of the Evo players that didn't quite make the cut. Mary Fowler had a second version that we used through Team of the Season. Pretty much that was it. And then it was replaced by her other Evo card. This was her Team of the Week card that she got in the last week. Dennis Genroyo was an SBC card. At the time, I do regret it. Obviously, I still regret it because this card could have been so good if I didn't do this. I put him into the backwards to forwards Evo that gave Area Plus and Power Header Plus. And I didn't finish it because I thought, well, if we get into another Evo, it gets even more insane. But the high shooting, the high passing, and the high dribbling kept him from going into those Evos. And by the time that he fit in Evos, our cards were already better, so they just overtook him. But he was a good card. He was really fun to use. 3-star, 3-star lets him down, but he had good playstyles when we were using him. Really good playstyles, incisive and tiki-taka with power shot and block, as well as relentless and press proven. Mate, he was a really solid card. Connor Metcalf again is another card as well that was really fun to use during Team of the Season. Really good playstyle pluses, combined with 2 very good passing playstyles. He was good. Nothing amazing, but he was good. I don't know why the loan card's there, but we used it for a few games. It's just a base card as well. Base card there. Base card. Harry Kuehl Golasso we packed, we never used. His second version. Tyrese Francois. He was our first ever evolution card. We used him in the Golden Glow Up and the Golden Glow Up Part 2. I still remember like it was yesterday, even though it was nearly a year ago now, which is mental to say. Putting this guy in the first evolution and thinking, man, I can't wait for this year. I'm going to get thousands of games on this guy. We only end up getting 600 games, which is a lot, but compared to our other cards, it's not. 100 goals, 280 assists. I'll tell you what, man, like, up till team of the year in January, this card was mental. He was so good. So silky on the ball. His passing is way better than it looks like. His pace was so good off the mark. Let me tell you, man, like, if he managed to fit into an evolution earlier, that gave him, say, technical plus and maybe, like, another defending playstyle and boosted his, like, shooting and, say, dribbling, shooting, defending, and physical up by at least, like, 10 shooting, 15, and then, like, 5 to 10 defending and physical, it would have been lights out. He would have been in the squad all day long. But unfortunately, he just didn't make the cut. But, man, he was so much fun. He was so good early on. Harry Kuehl Evo is another card that we did for a bit. Nothing really to say about him. Just, I don't even remember using him, to be fair. Alana Kennedy is a card that we used a lot in squad battles. She was just the only one that really fit into the evolution at the time. Other than that, never used her. Apart from that. Onto the second page. Emily Van Ogman is a card, again, that was one of them who just fit into the evolution. She had potential. She was able to fit in a few more that we didn't choose, though. She was, you know, I remember using her once or twice online, and she was good in the CDM role. Steph Catley was our starting left back for a long time before being overtaken by Garuscio, and then Garuscio obviously being overtaken by Galloway himself. Catley was good. The main problem with her was her stamina. Having high and not having relentless with 85 stamina, she was cooked by like halfway through the second half. Other than that, her passing was good. The pace was good enough when we were using her. She could have been something special as well. Hristich, I think this card is probably... this card and another card, which I'll get to very soon, he might even be the next one to pop up, is the card that I not regret, but I wish, because it wasn't all in my control, obviously, with the restrictions, but I wish he fit into more than he did. Because this card, the skill moves and weak foot obviously straight away kill him, but this card was mental. He was insanely good. His shot, even without a shooting playstyle in open field, obviously dead ball plus, was lethal. His passing was so good, having 3 of the 5 passing playstyles. His dribbling, technical and press proven together. He was so good. Such a good card. He was at the, like, consistently just an Evo away that gave him 1 or 2 defending playstyles, power shot, and maybe a tiki-taka, and 5 on every attribute at the time, and man, he would have been mental. He just needed 4-star, and it would have been lights out good. He had so much potential. Hayley Rasso, just short of a century. She was a good super sub through team of the season. That was it. After that, she never saw the light of day again. Rene Piscopo is the second card that I was talking about. The one that I really wish he fit in more than he did. What undone him was having 8 playstyles, 8 normal playstyles, because he just never fit into anything. It was always 7 playstyles minimum, and then if it was no playstyle restrictions, it was too much pace for him. He ran into so many problems having 93 pace. The amount of 92 max restrictions was mental. He was a brutally destructive card. He was so good. His stamina is what let him down, hence why he was a super sub most of the time. But that finesse shot base with flair, technical rapid plus together, and Travella having 3 of the main 4 passing playstyles with whip plus there instead of tiki-taka, he was so special. He was such a good card. He had so much more potential. And next year, he's a bronze. So, I don't know what's going to happen with him next year. Tim Cahill's Evo card, I couldn't even tell you. I don't remember using him. There's another version of Nictorios Triantis in here because he fit into this. I played 9 games. I didn't like this one. Glad we got him to the other version. Haley Rasso's Showdown card. Unfortunately, she didn't get the boost. This card was used as a sub and starting for a while when she came out. She was out early. The reactions being 61. It's just what undoes her. Tim Cahill, again, we packed normal. Caitlin Ford's gold card. And I think other than a few more silvers, that is pretty much it, guys. Because these ones didn't really get off the boat running. Lachlan Jackson was a card that we used a lot. And you look at his pace and you're like, man, but let me tell you, this guy was a beast. 6'5", and the playstyles that he has, he was just a monster. He was being used. We were using him in champs. That's how good he was. That's how good he was. We were using him in champs. He was a beast. He suffered the same problem. Too many playstyles. Just 8 base playstyles killed him for evolutions. Just absolutely killed him. Otherwise, he would have been probably the best centre back on the game if we managed to get him all the way up to a futties Evo card. Do you imagine that? It would have been mental. Bruno Fornaroli is another card that we restarted. But he was solid. He was good. He was, again, another card that was just a few Evos away from being incredible. Claire Hunt just being used the once. Christopher Economidis is another card. They're the 3 that I regret the most. Potentially the way I did it and the way that they just can't fit into any more evolutions. Man, he was a beast. This card was insane. Such good playstyles to have. No finisher, but the way he played didn't matter. 5-star, 5-star, 5'11". And I'm not sure what says his height, but he feels like he's a lean average, lean tall. And he was just a marauder. He was so good. Played so much games with him. 308 goals, 400 goals, 248 assists. It was mental. Craig Goodwin is a card that, you'd think would get a lot of evolution throughout the year. And he did. He wasn't the guy for us this year. Maybe next year. He has good starting play styles and a good, good body style on him in game. So maybe next year. Jason Cummings, the Cum Dog, is just another card that was just used for an Evo that he fit in and he didn't fit anymore. McGree's base card was put into an Evo. Obviously, you saw another version of him before. There's a couple more and then that's it. Jordan Boss, again, fit into an Evo. Same as Josh Risden, fit into an Evo. Curtis Good, fit into an Evo. Feel like a broken record here. Tilio was a card that he had potential, but he never got off the mark. Hrustich's other version, again, just fit into it. And we don't have Impact, but Arzani was a card that you think he would have been fitting so much Evos, and he just didn't. He didn't. And it was a shame because him not fitting in early is what didn't allow us to use him into anything else. As well as Nestor Irukunda. The pace was too high on him. Next year, I'm looking forward to using his card, but this year, it didn't work, unfortunately. Brandon Barreo, he just fit the peak evolution, same as Kai Rolls, he just fit the evolution. Uzcock, we actually used this card in champs, believe it or not, for a few games as well, in Rivals. Man, he did the job, I'll tell you that, he did the job. Piscopo, another version, he fits the evolution, and I do believe, guys, after Russell, I think that's it. Tate Russell, 180 games on him. We used him. We used him for a lot. He was solid. He was good enough. And I think that is it, guys. I think that is all the evolutions completely finished for FC24 on the Oz Evo account. That is it. I've had fun, guys, with this team. I'm looking forward to doing it again next year. But I'm also looking forward again to doing the Chelsea-Hazard RTG as well. Switch it up a bit. Because I love playing with these Aussie cards, but I do feel like maybe a change is needed. I wouldn't be able to keep it up going all throughout the year. I would just get a bit burned out. So that is the end of probably the most fun I've had on a FIFA game in years. I won't lie. It was challenging at times. It was heartbreaking at times when we missed 14 wins. 5 times we got 13. And then finally getting that 14 wins. Oh, it was euphoria. It was amazing. It was incredible. I was just so glad to have done it and be able to just tick it off the bucket list. Especially with this team. It was such a good feeling. And I am looking really forward to doing it again in FC25. But guys, that is it for FC24 on the channel. That is it for the Australian Evo RTG. Again, I've had so much fun with this account. I hope you've had fun watching. That is going to be it for this video. As usual, give us a like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're new around here. FC25 is around the corner. A few more days, and we're there, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.